Hey guys, I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's get into it. Okay, so that global right there was one of the better things that happened this mission. I know it's a bit harsh, but it is for a bit of a reason. Are there reasons that this mission would be considered good? Yeah, I would say yes, but it wouldn't because the mission. It'd be because you made it work with the other elements or other things you can do in this world. So where am I at and what am I doing? Well, I'm on planet Toulan. I'm doing the Wood Helper mission, which is a tree harvesting mission like on many other planets. The reward for this one's a little bit different, so I'll save that one for the end. And the first time you do the mission, it's a little bit different. As you can see with the side-by-side comparison here, you need more sweat and whatnot on the first time than you do on the second time. Also, it's a bit odd. You need 1,000 wood shavings, you need to kill so many mobs, and you need to gather sweat. That seems like a lot for a mission that can be done daily, and a lot for a mission that can be done on a land area. So this is actually done on this land area, and there's no teleport. So the best way to get there is to go sandy south. Because that's the quickest way to get there. But you can't walk, you have to fly because there's too many mobs along the way and they're going to aggro you and you'd have a long time getting there if you didn't fly. So that's a bit of a thing too. Now, the fact it's on a land area, some people could have opinions on. I'm not sure how wise it is. I think it leaves you open to problems in the future. It's problematic, shall we say, that it's on a land area where someone maybe not with the company is choosing what the denseness of the mobs are and what the maturity is. I feel like you go too high, it makes it so the mission is inaccessible by many people. You go too low, you spend so long there that most people won't necessarily do it. Also, the fact that it's locked basically to this area kind of makes it, specific for that land area too. So to make sure I knew this mission well enough, I did this mission twice. That's when I found that there was actually a discrepancy between the different amounts of things you needed. I also tried different tactics. The first time I went there, I hunted everything to see how far I could get into those missions and maybe see if there's like some sort of big swing of things I could do. What I found is you got some of all the missions done. There's 4 different types of creatures here, so you could have the missions for those particular 4 mobs. Now, depending on where you are with your account upgrades, if you watch my prior video, you will have 1 to 2 missions per type of creature. That sounds pretty good, but there are complications with that. You may get more of the things you want, or you might get less of the others. You might not need or want the rewards for the missions you're doing. I did it the second time, and I went after the Kaboras. The Kaboras are an aquatic race, and there's multiple places you can hunt them. But if you hunt them in the water, you can get the Kabora skin, and the Kabora skin then can be used for crafting, and that has value to me because I actually do a lot of those type of crafts. Also, if I'm hunting Kaboras, which are in water, if I get attacked by these other highly aggressive creatures, I just have to move away from them a little bit or get in deeper water and they'll drown quickly without even touching me, and it makes it a lot more eco. However, you still have to go harvest trees. And in this particular case, due to the nature of the tree and the size of it, I maybe got a little eager, a little greedy per se, if one dare says that about a tree harvesting mission. And I kept getting swarmed. I also kept dying when I got swarmed. So I couldn't even harvest a tree the way I wanted to because I kept getting interrupted. So the huge tree or the large tree I was trying to go for would always end up being decaying or being, eliminated, or I wouldn't get all of it because I was always in combat or dying. And I tried to avoid that. However, I did die a few times during this mission, which is odd. So one of the particular parts that's also odd about this mission is you have to collect either 500 or 200 vials or bottles of vibrant sweat. There are a couple ways you can do that. I'm just going to go into the way it was designed to be done, which is to go to that area and sweat the mobs that do it. A lot of the mobs can be sweated. The Sunjocks are probably the most normal, I guess you could say, because they have a huge amount of sweat pool for the level of creature, and they have a not so good to hit, making them pretty ideal for sweating. However, with a Vader 10, I found it to be pretty difficult even still, and I required armor for sure. Okay, guys, so the other problem you're going to use, again, when you're trying to sweat, is you're going to get swarmed. You have to then drown them, kill the others, whatever you're going to do with that, or however you're going to deal with that situation. If you're super lucky, you can get one by itself and just don't move, and 1-2 Sunjock, and you'll be fine. You'll get all the sweat you need, because they have a huge amount of health. Completed the Caboria mission. That's a good thing. I can go ahead and turn that one in. It's a whole different video. I won't show that one here, but I was able to complete that start to finish while doing this mission. Okay, guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead and globaled. I always love globaling. I love the sound of it. I also love, getting things. In this case, I only got some pet and whatnot. Nothing super cool, but I always hope when I see that I get something that I don't have already, and that's kind of the excitement of it. So one of the things that, if I was to do this mission a third time, and I, to be fair, don't plan to, but if I were to do this mission a third time, I think I might consider going melee versus ranged, because it's not like these mobs are not going to come to you. They are going to get in your face, and they're going to do that. Also, Sunjocks have a problem in areas with trees, which this is obviously a forested area because it's a tree harvesting mission, where they get stuck and then they become unhittable, and then you're wasting ammo. So you are raying up for them to strike you anyways, just so you can do that. Where if you just had melee, you'd go over, fight them in melee, and be done. I think that's almost a better way of doing this island. Okay, so now that I've got everything killed, and I got my 500 or 200 balls of vibrant sweat, and I have my 500 or my 1,000 wood shaving pieces, and I've killed enough in this area to satisfy the mission. It's worth it, right? I can go ahead and turn it in. I'll get something really cool, right? I get 2.5 ped. Nice. Well, I like ped. Oh, wait. That's actually 2.5 ped in ammo. Okay, still good. I use ammo. I have a lot of uses for it. But it took my sweat and my wood shavings. Okay, so 500 sweat. You should get about 70 peck for that, and 1,000 shavings is a ped. So, wow, I made, 80 peck off of this, minus the ammo I spent. So there's no way you're even getting close to being even on this. I probably broke even with the global, but if you didn't global, you wouldn't even break even. So what's do you get, like skill? Nope, you just get some Mercer tokens. Go run some instances. It's way faster for the Mercer tokens. You even get more. This mission is just not on par. It's not on the level of everything. I would say clearly, out of all the missions I've done that are tree harvesting, and I've done 3 of them, 4 of them. This is, I think, 4. But then the one on Next Island, Cyrene, and I think Calypso. I would say that this is the worst of them. I've done a lot of reading and research and listening to people that talk about business. And one of the things they talk about is you have the customer, you have the producer, and then you have like the manager. Usually you have a third person there. And if the producer's not making enough money, and the manager's not making enough money, and the customer doesn't get a good enough value, some point in time, someone's going to have regret, essentially, and they're going to either stop or produce a lower quality item. Okay, so what that really means is all 3 parties need to All three parties need to leave that situation and feel like they got something from it. The customer needs to feel like they got a good price, the manager feels like they need to be paid enough, and the producer needs to feel like their product is respected and that they're making enough to get by. If all three parties aren't getting this, then what happens is lower quality, or it just stops. It fades away, it abruptly stops, whatever the case. Plant partners are the same way. They need to make missions that benefit the player so that the player wants to go to their plant and play. You want the people that make the missions to feel like they're doing something creative and something good. I don't think this mission hits that mark. I think this is a faulty step, and I hope that Toulan maybe retunes this one a little bit and gets it more into the stream of how the rest of their missions are, because Planet Toulan has a tremendous amount of great missions. Don't let this be the reason why, especially when one of your better missions is the butt joint mission, where you have to go and do tree harvesting stuff. There are much better places on Toulan to tree harvest, and I think it's a mistake to do it the way they did it. Anyways, that's my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want to see more like it, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments what you guys feel. Have I got it wrong? Did I take this the wrong way? Should I approach this differently? Let me know. I'll respond back to you in the comments. Thank you and have a great day. Bye. Keep her in that bed.